Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It's now Thursday, April the 7th. It's about 7 p.m. here in Istanbul, Turkey. And we're going to take a look at Bitcoin and just some of the alts in general and just talk about how the market is overall trending. So, this was a major resistance, okay? A major resistance here that took about 75 days, 77 days to break above, right? Do you see this? It took a long time to break above it. That was the first resistance it faced. That some bull trap regions tried again and failed, tried again and failed. So then we see on the bigger picture here, I'll keep this very brief. We see on the bigger picture that this channel is somewhat forming right now. Okay, so far. We see the weekly MACD did cross over. And historically, whenever it has crossed over, it's always been a fairly major bull run that we've seen. So historically speaking, we should have a bull run. So since it took us 77 days roughly to break above this $44,500 range, okay, it actually only ended up taking about 10 days to smash back down, which is sad. Okay. So altogether we were only above this 44.5k region for only 10 days. And then we smashed right back down. So the question is, are we going to get a retest over here somewhere where we're going back down to the $38,000 region? So right now we're finding some bullish support, of course, because it's now at the 55 EMA on the daily. You would expect most coins to get some sort of reaction as it reaches near the 55 EMA. So for the past whole year, we've been trending in this range here, which is a little bit scary at the same time because we're very much so unsure of how the direction we trend now. The weekly, of course, once again, it bullishly crossed over, so we're led to believe that there must be some bullish sentiment. The MACD crossed over, and historically, it's been incredibly bullish thus far. Unfortunately, we didn't get to where I thought we were going to get, which is near the $51,000 region of the resistance here. So because we didn't get there, I'm now led to believe that we might actually get a retracement down to over here, a retest. And this might, you never know, it's possible that it might be one of the first fake outs that we've seen on the weekly MACDs, where it only trended slightly above it, and now we could be in a world of hurting to see lower lows. But once again, on the weekly right now, we're both at the 55 EMA on the daily, and actually the weekly as well. Okay, so we're at both the weekly 55 EMA and the daily 55 EMA support, because it's a very confluent reason to be bullish, right? We don't know if we're gonna actually bounce off of there, and this is temporary. So right now, like if you take a look on multiple time frames on the daily, right, this is clearly a resistance, the 44.5k. But if you also go to a weekly chart, you might see that according to some of the bodies, like you might see this right here as well, the 43.4k as a support, right? So it depends on really which time frame you're looking at. Right now, we just have to believe that because we're at the 55 EMA and the daily EMA, 55 EMA support, there's a possible chance for us to actually bounce, okay? This should have given us a decent bounce, but unfortunately at 44.5k range, it just completely fell to the downside. And that was unpleasant, right? We got a major drop that day of about 10%. It shook up the entire market. On the monthly right now, we're seeing that. We're seeing exactly what I said earlier on the weekly. We saw a different support or resistance depending on how you look at it. This is the close of February. This is the open of March, right? So now we're trying to stay bullish above 43.1k, which is a very significant number because once again, this is the close of February and the opening of March, right? Not only that, you see some other regions back in September and October as well, where this was the close and that's the open. So we might even, like this range is really important right now We're really unsure of how it's going to trend, but if this breaks the 55 EMA on the daily and also on the weekly, you can expect it to reach and retest the $38,000 region again sometime. Okay, so this is really tough to say which direction it's going to trend. I just know that we need to give it ample time to come to fruition to see what's going on. And I'm still bullish on the fact that the the MACD did cross over on the weekly over here. Okay, so, and I think that it would be wise to say that it took us how many weeks here? 11 weeks to get back up above the 55 EMA. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 weeks to get back above the 55 EMA on the weekly. I don't think we're gonna just all of a sudden after 2-3 months of trying to get back up above it, we're gonna fall right back down. It would not make sense. I think the bulls are going to try to hold this upwards above this region where we're at now, which is about 43K region. So it's just have to give it some time. I haven't taken a trade in literally since April the 2nd. I haven't taken a trade. So I'm in a no trade mood right now because I'm not finding the right types of trades, okay? The right type of trades to me are the ones that are still running. I'm not a big fan of trading in the consolidation phase right now, and that's where we're finding it. April is a much slower month than for example February and March. You can click on any coin, okay? Any coin, you can see that February was very bullish, okay? 77%, big rallies there. For March here, you're seeing it do hundreds of percents. You see a lot of coin just rallied to the sky, right? You see here February, this is on the daily by the way, so did 50%. You're seeing here now did 50%. So April, for example, Luna, right? Luna is a great coin as well, where it just showcases how powerful it has been since February. See this February, like Luna's done 177%, and then all of a sudden April hits, right? We hit a top, and then all of a sudden it's like the market's dropping, going sideways, big corrections. So that's why I haven't taken a trade. Okay, if you take a look at, for example, ZIL, right? You're seeing since February here it hasn't done much, March either, but near the end of March here, all the way till the exact end of March, it did 500%. And then now all of a sudden we're getting massive drops to the downside where support is really uncertain right now. And this is not just this coin. This is literally every coin that I'm talking about, okay? We see Waves, for example, here since February, okay? Since February, Waves has done 600 something percent over here, 700%. That's right till the end of March the 1st, March 31st. And then now we're seeing major bearish movement to the downside. So these are not fun setups to trade when you're seeing these types of movements to the downside. The bull runs over. The bear market is in. I'm not really a big fan of trading longs right now, and I already missed the big short because I was in Canada. So this just leaves me to wonder, like, when am I going to find an opportunity next? I do admit that I really want an opportunity, but nothing has really come up. We're talking about Waves, which has, say, the biggest drop here of 57%, but we have not seen a single major rally except for the 10% rally where it hit the golden ratio, right? They hit the golden ratio around here, and then it just moves up here. Actually, it moved up more than that. It moved up 12-13%. Now we're just going sideways here, right? We're getting this sideways motion up and down 10%. So I'm wondering, when is this going to rally? Like the 4-hour chart just crossed over, right? Look, the 4-hour chart crossed over 1, 2, 3, 4 hours ago. So 16 hours ago, it crossed over, but we have not seen a rally. The 5-hour chart is actually just about to cross over, but we have not seen a rally. So right now, Waves is the one that's on my mind. Am I going to be longing it? It's right in the golden pocket zone right now. IOST is in the exact same position where it rallied about 11%, but now it's just waiting here, waiting. So these coins are not my favorite types to trade at all. Unfortunately, not a lot of coins are reaching extremely oversold RSIs to the point where it's worth trading right now. Going to crypto loom here, we know that GMT is high on our side, but everything's starting to correct now. Literally everything is correcting. We see ball pick up a lot in volume. CTK picked up, ball picked up. So those are coins that we should probably just keep an eye on because the volume is significant. I missed it already. Oh, it went up 18% in the past 4 hours. It dropped 18%. You cannot catch these stupid coins. I remember this coin here, it did from here to there to the top. It did 30% in 23 minutes. You can't catch those coins, guys. You cannot catch it because you're not going to be staring at the computer every single minute, right? That's impossible. Ball here ended up doing what today? It's picking up a lot in volume. So that's something that must be noted. That ball did 600% here in volume. More. So you look at our side, we know waves is really oversold. So that's a coin that's heavily on my watch list right now. But nothing is starting to light up green yet. When this starts to light up green, that's going to be a great indication to perhaps long it soon. The amount of sellers is still extremely high right now. So there's nothing oversold or overbought. Like nothing is overbought definitely on the 4 hour. So there's nothing to short, nothing even close. Nothing to short on the 30 minute. Nothing to short on the 15 minute. The coin that moved the most today was CTK, but it already dropped to 18%. Ball barely did anything. That's a false reading. So nothing has moved up for more than 10% other than CTK. Nothing has moved down other than, say, GMT and Rose today. So let's just check out GMT here just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. Okay, well, this is such sideways motion that I don't even want to trade it. Not only that, huge red candle there dropped 10% in the past 2 hours. I don't want to trade this coin. I certainly do not want to trade it. This is probably the next support down over here for GMT. Right around there, I'm going to guess. Okay, that's probably a good point of interest. I don't know about here, but I'm going to put an alert anyways just to let me know when it breaks to the downside. So there's not really a lot of opportunity right now where see right here at the beginning of April, that's where the peak of every coin ended up reaching. Every coin, you can go there, you can see, right? It's pretty much every single coin that April 1st, March 31st, that's where it's reaching the high. So after that, it's just major correction. So right now, the only coin I've got on my watch list is pretty much, honestly, Waves. Like Waves is pretty much the only one, that's heavy on my watch list right now because of the MACD crossovers occurring. So these are my thoughts for Bitcoin. And sometimes we have to be extremely patient and just have to wait, right? We got ourselves this freedom of becoming a full-time trader and we work for ourselves, but at the same time, we can't always have that itch to be in a trade. We have to sit back, we have to relax, we have to let the trades come to us and wait for the right time. To risk our money unwisely just because we feel the itch to be in a trade, that's gonna make you go broke. Gotta really sit back and wait for these trades to come. And unfortunately, with the market correcting after March the 31st there for the past 8 days now, the market can just be incredibly slow, so we have to really exercise immense patience. So I'll catch everybody soon. Thank you for watching. Bye now. And for those, I forgot to say, that are really interested in the way that I trade, please go see my website. For those that don't know, in 2018, I was voted by Bitcoin.com as one of their top analysts. And in 2019 as well, I've been published a lot. And I think we all know that I trade some really big position sizes, anywhere from 100,000 up to 1.5 million. So I've definitely earned my place in the trading community in crypto. I've got a really good track record. And not only that, you can be a really good trader, but being a good educator and explaining things, that's another story, right? So I want to make sure that I focus on educating the community as well. Please go to my website at philakone.com. You can find out more about me in general here. You can see some of my favorite courses. There's probably some of these ones. This is a really good one where I review MACD, RSI, Fib retracement, Fibonacci extension, and Elliott wave theory. And also this one's a great one as well, how I quickly find trades. And also this one is my favorite setup to take, where 80% of my income comes from this one. You can also see more of my courses here by clicking there, and just use the password Philakone with a capital P there. And you can find more about my courses as well here. Just go to my Discord group, just check out the website. And I really hope to look forward to having a lot more students in my Discord group. I trade with everybody there. When I have a trade, I'm on fire. I'm always educating people. There's a library of lessons for you to take a look at with short and long lessons to review. I think I'm one of the better people, or if not one of the best people to learn from. So I look forward to seeing a lot of people join the Discord group, and especially seeing you as my students as well on Udemy, where you're going to take some of my classes. And definitely do feel free to reach out to me whenever you have questions. I love to answer questions, and that's the best way to learn. So I'll see more people there in my Discord group and also as my students. Bye now.